Now this is a subject that's, I don't know, I'm going to say never been covered on YouTube before. I've got a few questions before we get into today's video. Are you someone that's practicing? Or you may not be someone that's practicing, but you may be feeling like your game's in a great place, but your scores aren't reflecting them one iota. So it's time we learn how to play golf and how you manage disaster situations. 3 card wrecking situations that sometimes, well, 1, we don't know how to play it, 2, we bite off more than we can chew, and well, by the end of today's video, you're going to know exactly what to do. We're covering the 3 biggest card wrecking situations, and you must listen to these if you want to lower your scores. This is scenario number 1. Now, we've got over 200 yards to the flag. Many of us might get a situation and think, you know what, let's get 3 wood or 5 wood out, I can get it going under those trees. When, well, no, in reality, wrong decision. We have to follow this process. So I always think if you're on a par 5 or you're on a par 4 and you know you can't hit the green, you have to think of this. Is it worth taking the risk? If it's not, don't do it. So let's talk about how you're going to play a low shot, getting it out of trouble. So first and foremost, we have to choose in this situation when we're not going towards a green, we're just getting it back out on the fairway, our least lofted iron. Okay, so the least lofted iron I carry is a 4 iron, and yeah, that does look like a butter knife. I will put a video looking down on this right here because they scare me every single time still. So that's the first stage. Choose a club that is your least lofted iron. It might be a 5 iron for you. Actually, what is that? Get in those comments down below. What is your least lofted iron? Okay, next up, I want you just to grip it down towards the steel of the graphite, so you're making this club as short as possible. We're then going to put this ball towards the back of our stance, lean our left hand side and just pull our left foot away. And all I want you to do here is, keeping your weight on your left hand side, swing back, swing through, and you're only going to swing to shoulder height back, shoulder height through. And I want you to imagine your palm is going to stay like this throughout the whole shot. It's a simple expression, it's an easy way to keep the launch down and get it back out into play. So look at that there. I might have a shot on this hole, I might not have a shot on this hole, but what I'm doing is I'm avoiding a card wrecker. If you're a lower loft, it's simple. We've got to take loft off the club, we've got to reduce our speed and hit down on it more. Those 3 factors will help you get out of scenarios like this. So that's scenario number 1. And I need to remind you of this, we do have PDF guides, and I would definitely recommend actually printing this one off, put it in your bag and just think, I'm in these 3 scenarios, I'm not going to do a card wrecker. Let's go on to scenario number 2. On to scenario number 2. Inside 150 yards. Now, most of us, even if we are in relatively thick rough, we might think, you know what, I've only got a sort of a semi-lofted club in my hand, I can get there. No. That is going to be a disaster, especially look at the lie we've just picked right here. Absolutely terrible. This again is going to be a massive card wrecking scenario. If I try and get a lofted, well, let's take this example. Let's grab me 4 iron out. Now, for most of us, it'd probably be like a 7 iron. So why don't we grab a 7 iron? That would make more sense. And my golf ball's here, but if I just make a few practice swings just back here, and I bring this club out to you, look how this loft turns down. So effectively, my 7 iron turns into something like a 5 iron. Because what happens is, this hosel gets caught up in the grass, rolls this club over. So there's a few things we've got to take into account. If we know this lie is going to turn down our loft, we need 1, a lot of speed. We need 2, very strong hands, and well, 3, the one easy thing that we control is a lot of loft in our hands. So, anytime in this scenario, I would just take my medicine. I'd go from what I had before as my lowest club in my bag, my lowest lofted iron, to my highest lofted iron, my 58. And what I would do is, I would address the golf ball, just make a few practice swings around it, realise what's going to happen. Aim a little bit right of where my intended target is, and then hold on and pray for the right. So it in, most lofted club, I know it's going to turn down, here we go. back out on the fairway, no trouble. Gotta take our medicine. This is an area where we could make no points in a Stableford, turn that into the very worst scenario, a 1-pointer. Let's move on to the final one. So hopefully you're enjoying this video so far, and if you are, I'd appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up button. The final one. You know what's coming here, don't you? Long bunker shot. Now, this is a hard shot. I'm just gonna get a yardage to the flag to give you the exact. Okay. 53 yards. Now, how do we play this? Many of us would go into a bunker and go in this normal routine of just go with your most lofted club and hit it hard. Now, logically, if I'm going to do that from the fairway, it would make sense because it would go further. Now, for me, that's a fraught with danger. I always think about it this way: treat it as if you're playing in the wind and you're hitting a soft, cozy number to go the same distance. So what I mean by this is, in a situation like this, never ever would I choose pitch and wedge or 9-iron from the fairway, but if it was super windy and I was punching one in the wind, I would. So I'm asking you to almost loosey-goosey, soft, slow swings with a lower lofted club. So let's go to my bag. I literally think in this scenario you could choose 9-iron or pitch and wedge, but I think most of you straight away would probably be more comfortable with the pitch and wedge. You're literally going to play this exactly the same as if you're using your most lofted club on a greenside bunker. All you're going to do is change the loft and trust the club's going to do the work. Think of it as a controlled duff. So let's jump in the bunker. We're not going to do anything different. We're going to lay our club slightly open, then take our hold. We're going to dig our feet into the sand with a ball position just inside our left heel. We are then simply just going to feel as though we go down and left, make the same swing, just with a less lofted club. So we're in, a few waggles. Think of it as the same shot you're going to hit as a greenside one, you're just changing your club. Controlled duff. We would be happy with that every single time. It's simple, it's easy. Follow those 3 steps. So there we go. 3 simple, easy ways to avoid those 3 disasters. I know you have been in those scenarios before and you've probably not made the right decisions. I'm saying you have because I'm probably just telling it to myself because I've made wrong decisions there in the past. Look at this one here. If we could end up hitting it just like that on a high type scenario like a 50-yard bunker shot, we can get out of trouble from thick rough and we can get out from underneath the trees without leaving it right next to us. It's a key area to help develop us playing golf. Playing golf is different to swinging the golf club. These 3 skills are going to lower your scores. I promise you that. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the same time.